Thank you. The second one is a mother and father, Mother Sheila, Father Brad, and it's called The Box That Cannot Be Contained. Sheila. I got this notice from Andrew's primary class. A beaver group is going to be starting at the United Church. I'm not comfortable with the whole militaristic thing, children 6 years old in uniforms earning badges. Father, I let her decide those things. I told him, forget it, Tigger one. They let girls into beavers now. Beavers lead to scout troops. I told Andrew no. Ha! I told Andrew 6-year-old girls can kick little boys' butts on things like earning badges. I figure his Peter meter doesn't need that. And the motto that beavers have, share, share, share. Share what? Christian brainwashing? My motto is, let Sheila capture the worthless flags and I'll get the ones worth having. Besides, Wednesday night is Brad's night, Wednesday night supper and evening, and one weekend a month. I tell her it's not my job to take him places. If it's a Wednesday night, it's not happening. I'm not driving to her place and dealing with her attitude, for starters. That's why I do Wednesday nights online. Hey there, Tigger one. How was school today? Pizza there yet? Meat lover special, same as you, little buddy. Well, it's easier not to have to deal with Brad's pissed-offedness. And Andrew says playing online with him is just like having a real visit with his dad. I checked with him about it. Besides, everything he needs to know about life he's learning from playing Capture the Flag. I don't actually like Never Go Out and Play box. I don't order a pizza for me. He'll find that funny when he's older. All those times we compared our rations, but I made it all up. Oh, Tigger one, they forgot to put onions on my pizza. Maybe I should go down to Pizza Heaven and set fire to their asses with this AK machine gun, eh? Well, I told Brad, there are rules, conditions. Father, first rule, no conditions, no rules. Andrew can only play online with Brad. Otherwise, it's like there's all these people in his bedroom that I don't know. I only let him play with my buds, people in my clan. We have this actual U.S. Army guy. He's serving in Iraq. He likes to play after he's been out on a 36-hour patrol. He's hopped up and fearless. Tigger one loves that guy. Oh, he's calling now. He just came on. Are you ready to kill some hostile villagers, Tigger one? Yes, sir, Mr. Badass Uno. Yes, sir, Mr. Badass Uno. Tigger one, your lead. I've actually seen some of the games that he and Brad play, and they break all my rules. But I know he needs contact with his father. Badass one tells Tigger one that Badass Uno tells Tigger one that he wishes he could hook him up directly to the war in Iraq. He says they would win in a month if his brain was running the show, because he's so crazy-ass unpredictable and never dies. Badass Uno has this theory that if all the gaming 6-year-olds were harnessed directly into the war, it would be good guys win, win, win. I told Brad, I don't know if he hears me because I don't know how to use these headset things. When Andrew is 10, when he understands what war means, he can't play these games anymore. I mean that 15-year-old who died in Ontario. Oh, she got all hysterical about that kid who disappeared when his parents took the gaming unit away. I mean, did you wonder if that whole thing was some sort of cover-up or conspiracy? Because I did. The kid disappeared, and then the gaming company contributed $25,000 to an award for information? Doesn't that seem like don't look so close at us? Suddenly, an undercover man comes out. The cause of death was determined through medical examination to be the result of injuries to the chest area that are consistent with a fall from a tree. Game over. Undercover man walks into Andrew's bedroom. I said, "What do you think? He was taken out by the CIA?" "Hey, Tigger 1. Mother, I mean, we call it a game, but to that boy it wasn't a game. Where are you, buddy? Sometimes I wish I could just see inside Andrew's head and see what effect these games are having on him. Tigger 1, Tigger 1, Andrew, tell your father it's your bedtime an hour ago." Sheila goes into Andrew's bedroom. There's a long, anguished scream. She comes out carrying the broken, bleeding body of her dead son. She holds his body out for all to witness. "Father, Tigger 1, medic, medic." The undercover man comes out of Andrew's bedroom, watches the scene, and leaves quietly. And the last one is an environmental one. It's called "The Man Who Ate the Last Fish on Earth." A very old man sits in a chair. He's going to die very soon. He's being interviewed by an unseen, unheard interviewer. "Well, I'm 133 years old, yes. Yes, of course. And I am famous for eating the last fish on the planet." "Oh, yes, I've described it many times. I was 3 years old." "Well, first of all, there was a lot of debate at the time. Was it wrong to eat the last fish, or should it be allowed to keep swimming in the ocean? The big debate. Many thought it should be allowed to live out its life because they wanted to be able to say for as long as possible that planet Earth supported life in its oceans. But in the end, it was decided the human relationship to fish, man eats fish, was the most important thing to document. A vigorous selection committee ensued, lots of criteria. The candidate was to be young as possible, excellent DNA, no memory loss markers, no cancer gene. All things had to point to the candidate having a long life, so there would exist a living memory of the taste of the last fish on Earth as long as humanly possible. I met the criteria, but my advantage was I had excellently developed taste buds beyond my years, as one scientist declared. Oh, yes, scientists abound, red-faced from the whole cloning fiasco that was going to keep every living thing alive on the planet forever. So in an attempt to save face, they were going to make sure the consuming of the last fish would all go swimmingly. Well, when your whole life is consumed by a 10-minute experience, you make a few jokes. All those people who were involved in the ceremony are dead now. The fishermen who went out and tracked it and caught it, the chef who prepared it, in clarified butter and a little lemon. The 100 head of states who were seated at the table with me, not eating, as I ate the last fish. Halibut, they think. I don't like to talk about the quality of the fish. It's better if people don't have an image of a fish as one born, raised, and living in an absolutely poisoned environment. Beside, the chef had removed the tumors and cleverly reshaped it into a halibut form. I think if you look at the archived pictures, you would say there is a fish on my plate. Well, it tasted like chicken, and if you want to know what the chicken tastes like, ask the man who ate the last chicken. You know, I really feel if I hadn't been the celebrity who ate the last fish, I would have been a stand-up comedian. What use are regrets? No, at 3 years old, I didn't understand the pressure I would be under for 130 years, the toll it would take to tell the same story 1.5 million times. But it was like I couldn't abdicate. I couldn't just walk away. Whenever there was some hope that the scientists could bring the oceans back, the Ministry of Oceans trotted me out to tell my story, to give a so-called concrete example of what people could one day hope for. Until, of course, as always, the scientists admitted defeat. Yes, at times I felt tracked, hunted down, served up whenever the ministry needed me to tell the story. They are, as you say, what you eat. But there were good times for me. It was a life of celebrity for me. My every moment was reported on. The man who ate the last fish was in this restaurant or that club or that concert or this art exhibit. All over the world, everywhere I went, doors opened for me, parties opened to me, women, lots of women. Who wouldn't want to sleep with the last man to hold the ocean on his tongue, though it was dipped in bitter lemon, as one poet wrote about me? Who was I really? I was what every celebrity has always been since celebrities were created. A distraction from something unbearable in one's life. I was the distraction from the unimaginable, the wholly unbearable, an empty ocean, the last fish, the very last one, the last one on the planet gone. My celebrity made that fish invisible. Now, 130 years later, when I die, as I will very soon, that fish will be too cold to mourn. Thank you.